Well, hello. It's Monday afternoon now, and I don't know if anybody actually be watching this live. This is the remake. As you may have seen, I did live stream my Monday morning with Matt today, but I live streamed it through a different page, which made it very difficult for people to find. Mondays. As I was commenting then, it wasn't snowing, which was different for a Monday morning. It is still not snowing. It is now Monday afternoon, May 18th. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. I'll post this video so you can watch it asynchronously as we talk about in our online teaching experiences. So I hope you have a chance for this abridged and later in the day event. Just a quick reminder, today is the deadline for the registration to vote. If you or someone you know is not yet registered to vote in Pennsylvania, you can still do so by the end of the day today. The deadline for mail-in voting is next week on the 26th, so there's still some time to do that, but I encourage you to do that as soon as you can. So anyway, here we're going to move on to the Monday Morning with Matt afternoon edition, the take two from the morning experience. Oops, I just covered my camera. And I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I'm going to show you what I drew. All my pencils. I walked through those pencils this morning. We'll abridge that. And this was the amazing art that was created this morning. And whoops, I keep sticking my finger over this. See, I'm much better apparently live. Now my rig is falling. And there we go. As you can see, the dregs of my morning coffee are still hanging out over here. So that's something. I've been online all day in trainings and meetings and things like that. So one of the nominal subjects of today was actually to literally show you how to draw the Matt caricature, which I'm going to quickly sketch out here again in this brief video and then explain what some of the stuff over here means. Maybe I'll just point to it as we go. I'm going to use this fantastic pencil for some of my highlighting here. This is a cool pencil that is a multicolor pencil that I don't know if you can see this super well if I twist it slowly, that the lead is several different colors, and so depending on the angle of how you hold it, here I'll show you there, it's green, and now it's green-blue, and it's red, so you can actually create some interesting effects. So I'll mark some of that here. So this is the Matt head, the caricature that I've drawn, and as I show you down here, one of the key things we have to think about in drawing the Matt or anything is the eyebrows for a cartoon, because they convey so much. And so this chart of eyebrows, the horizontal lines are the resting eyebrows, the ones that show you well, you're just there. Yeah, it's kind of the resting thing. This is the surprise version, right, if we get that kind of thing. I say those are the eyebrows when you first look at some of the crazy posts that you see sometimes coming from local legislators. One eyebrow raised, the concern, ultimately outrage, and then I think that's a happy Matt. So this is the quizzical one. So the first thing I like to do when I draw this caricature is to draw the glasses, which over here what we have to look at is these glasses aren't just windows or correction, but they demonstrate a vision to see a different future. And then we draw this quick little thing. If you're doing this at home, right, it looks like a nose, but as I would point out here, as I did this morning, I'm redoing this. It was, I don't know, maybe it's better the second time. The sniffer. The political sniffer, which is a finely tuned political BS detector. I offered a little story here that, this is going to become a rainbow pig. One of my 4-H projects when I was a kid growing up on the farm, I raised some pigs. And so when you raise pigs, you become really attuned to the odor of BS. And so an important thing is drawing this sniffer, political BS detector. The mustache. Right, the important part here, which you'll see over in these notes, is the mustache is a gesture of hope. It's got that little upward arc at the outside. And then below that, the beard is an act of whimsy, that no matter what, we have to approach the world with some appreciation of the whimsy that we have with it. The ears, here are an openness to listening. And the reason I'm walking through this is that when you're drawing the sketch of a political candidate, you need to think about the philosophy of these marks and not just the pencil on the paper. And so if you just draw an ear, right, or just draw this ear, right, there's no way of knowing what it is. It's just an ear. But if I draw it with the gesture of openness to listening to all points of view and using that to make strong evaluation and appropriate legislation, then that's what it looks like when you're drawing that. Then there's the hair. All right, we throw that on there at the top, which is both shows a little bit of, maybe it's bedhead, I don't know, little Bernie Sanders hair, but most importantly, that hair has some aspect of fire or the heat of desire for change. I talked about desire in narrative a couple days ago and how anger can actually motivate you. These eyebrows, that anger for the bad deals that we get as legislators. We'll put the bridge on. The bridge of the glasses, that is a key feature presented with the proper attitude because it's the bridge to the future, thinking about the bad past we've had and how we keep getting repetitions of that. The bridge between the right and the left lenses views of future. And then, of course, these have to hang on the face. We'll just throw some of these things on here. The eyes are a crucial part because these have to be eyes that are willing to see. Eyes as sites of observation and recognition to see what political positions are really saying. They're not always what they appear to be or frequently aren't. I know I'm moving rapidly through this sketch. I'd like to add a neck. This needs to be a neck that, as I explained earlier, and I'm doing again, is a neck that's willing to stick out. You need a caricature and a real person, a cartoon and a legislator who's willing to stick his neck out on the line to benefit all the people of a district. And then finally, what I described as load-bearing shoulders to do the work. And then the last bit is to add these eyebrows. And I think the eyebrows this afternoon are going to have to be, a little bit like that, the apologetic eyebrows of Matt Farrant's candidate for PA House District 6 right there. So that's a quick run through of the second version of the caricature. Part of the reason I'm doing this is a little bit of fun. Remember that we have the whimsy. We'll use the little rainbow. Rainbow mustache will be nice. The whimsy, the fun that we can still enjoy things when we're thinking about politics. But also, we're just about 2 weeks away from the election, and maybe you want to start doing some sketching of your own to help share the news of my candidacy. This also works really well in chalk out on your sidewalk in front of your house or the road, just to help spread the word. We also have some signs if you're interested in having a sign out front of your house. We just got them out of quarantine. They'd been up in the printer's warehouse for several weeks, about 6 weeks in Erie. We got them when it was safe to do so, and we're starting to put those out in yards if you're looking for one. So that is Monday Morning with Matt, the afternoon edition, the brief run-through edition of how to draw the caricature. There's also these other sketches. This is District 6, this is Pennsylvania. And I hope that we together can sketch out a more productive future for District 6. And hopefully next Monday morning, I won't post my live feed on a different page as I did today. That was quite a surprise for a couple people that logged in and thought they were getting something that they didn't get. But we'll see how they think about that. Thanks a lot, everybody. A couple of you showed up this afternoon for Monday Morning with Matt afternoon edition, and I appreciate that. I see it helps maybe because some of you are in different time zones like Vyasar. And so, hey, man, thanks for coming in. Have a good afternoon. Have a good rest of the week. Hope you're all healthy and well. Bye-bye.